Hello folks, welcome to Legacy IAS Academy. In this video, we will be discussing a current affair topic presented to you by faculty Sushma KP. So what is the topic that we are going to be looking into today? Why inflation will matter more in 2025. In this article, we will be looking into why is it in news, what is the relevance of it to your UPSC, that is a GS paper 3. Then we will see what is the clamor behind for a rate cut. We will see what was the economic outlook just a year ago. We will see the performance of 2023-24 compared with your 24-25. And we will see what is the post-poll budget had to offer. Now, look at this. What have the quarter 2 of 2024-25 GDP numbers revealed? How are soaring food prices impacting the situation? Why couldn't the RBI affect interest rate cuts? Why is there a worry on both inflation and growth fronts? This is what we'll be discussing about in the video. First and foremost, why is there a clamor for your rate cuts? See, when this year started, the first half, now first I'll speak for the year itself. See, it was more of a bittersweet year for us. It was more of a bittersweet. Why I am telling us, first half was okay, good, fine. We thought we were going to fall very bad, but fine. It was a good, decent growth. 6.7% of GDP growth was fine. The second half was where the issue started, where the GDP growth fell to 5.4%. Why urban consumption fell? Why urban consumption fell? Corporate slowdown. Corporate wages, nothing changed. There is a slowdown in that, which impacted directly urban consumption, which impacted the second half. This panicked everyone. Panicked everyone in the sense both government and RBI started blaming each other. Government was hoping that no, it will be 7.2% growth rate. Then it reduced to somewhere around 6.5%. And in recent, RBI had issued a bulletin telling that we have to cut down inflation at any cost if we have to go ahead. But your government blamed RBI for the slowdown, telling you're not doing the rate cuts. Because if you do the rate cut only, the interest rate cut has to happen. Otherwise, the investment, that is the slowdown, is going to keep on happening. Your government is going behind the slowdown. Your RBI is going behind trying to cut this inflation. This inflation affects your consumption demand also. So both of them are waiting. It's like a stare-off contest between both of them as to who will blink first, who will budge first. The same time last year, that is your 2023-24, if you see, it was a super hit year. Meaning we had a very good growth. The first half was 7.7%, next half was 7.2%. We thought we are just, at the same point of time, your finance ministry expected, yes, the growth will continue. It will tend to grow at 7.2%. And the same year, what started in the 24-25? We even went ahead with interim budget. The polls also had an effect. Well, the budget was announced. After budget was announced, your quarter 2 reports came out. Okay, wherein the budget was completely entirely focused on employment and your middle class and your sprucing up for skilling and employment generation, job creation, and also there was things like token tax cuts for income tax payers. Alongside this, there was 11.11 crore of capex fund announced for boosting the investment, and also what is this greenfield brownfield projects? Greenfield means something that is new venture. For the first time it's going to come. Brownfield means something that is on an existing one. Okay, so basically investments also were suffering hugely, so the government had to do the hand holding in this case. In the second quarter report, which shocked both RBI as well as government, looking at the slowdown and looking at the inflation. Each of them are eyeing on one thing. Post the second quarter growth report shock, analysts predicted that India is going through one of those stages of prolonged cyclical slowdown. Now, immediate acting up had to be done. This is where the government started pressurizing for again the rate cuts, monetary policy, RBI, the same hangama that we saw up until now. RBI remained hell bent on the fact that we have to do something. Look at this is the exact word it used. Excruciating inflation now to get consumption, growth, and investment going on a strong footing. So now India has to deal with slow growth and high inflation. They had predicted inflation to be head-on inflation. They had predicted inflation around 4%, and now, alongside, for example, if you see your food prices rising so crazily, that it's starting to affect even the consumption patterns and demand patterns. Now, just dealing with this is not a very easy topic. Your government has appointed new RBI governor, but just bringing in a new guard for the old issue is not going to do anything much. Alongside this, India has to look into both of this together, not as a separate items. Your slowing growth and high inflation, alongside one of the shocks that we have had is Trump coming into power. We don't know how that will be a surprise attack for us. So all these three has to be prepared and have to be watched entering into 2025. That's it for the content. If you like our content, subscribe to our channel, hit the like button and share it along with your friends. Thank you.